We're here working on John Wick Chapter 4.
And so it begins.
3, 2, 1. We have all of that John Wick swag. Cars, the weapons, the jiu-jitsu. But with Chapter 4, we took it to another level.
And when I see you, I'ma take what I want,
Plan is out.
John Wick movies are known for Keanu Reeves doing the stunts.
It's been about 12 weeks of training. It's new levels of action. You know, let's have nunchucks, which was challenging.
Keanu's attitude and the talent, whether it's handling a gun, how it reloads, it's compelling to see him do it.
You armed?
John Wick action asks just a little bit more. And you see the effort and the commitment from the team. Ian McShane is back with Laurence Fishburne and Lance Reddick. And then we have Donnie Yen. Bill Skarsgård. Hiroyuki Sanada. Clancy Brown. Shamier Anderson. And the incredible Natalia Tena. Scott Adkins.
Fighting Keanu Reeves.
It's hard work, man.
And also we have Rina Sawayama.
We make it look easy, but it's not.
For Chapter 4, we wanted to bring the muscle cars back.
We really wanted to do something different.
We're gonna have this sequence around the Arc de Triomphe.
We tore all the doors off and lost the windshield. You're gonna do a reverse 180, and you gotta shoot a gun, and you gotta reload. He actually started getting too good in the car.
We're smashing people, hitting people. It's just amazing.
We've shot some stuff that pushes John Wick to the limit.
Have we gone too far? For me, it's like, yes, there's a John Wick movie, you know? I mean, let's just start with like, and hopefully, okay, hopefully we won't let them down. But I mean, all I can tell you is we made this feast of a movie with all of our hearts and love and passion, and hopefully people will enjoy it. You know, the action, the humor, the takeaways, the ideas, the new characters, the cinema, the sound. I mean, it's really, it was made for the big screen, and it was made for people to come together and hopefully enjoy it and, you know, take it all in. And I think also the film works. I don't think you have to have seen all, you know, the previous 3 films. I think you can come up pretty up to speed, which I think is a cool aspect of it. But really, it's just John Wick. It's just John Wick. All the time, all day. Like, I don't know, I feel like these films are unique and special in a way. And I mean, John Wick Chapter 4 is no joke.
Ready, yeah, action!
At least in our storyline, we find John Wick several months after we ended the 3rd film. I guess in a place of sanctuary, trying to get his his plan back together again before he unleashes on the rest of the world. As far as different, we go to a lot of different places. We tried expanding the world in some interesting ways. We have a bunch of new cast members, which all have interesting characters that help John Wick achieve his goal, or at least help him along the pathway. It's always been a big thing with us in John Wick to create this mythological storyline that goes through. And just like any good, like the Iliad or the Odyssey or Dante or any of these great storytellers, that John Wick goes on a journey and he's constantly meeting people that give him little pieces and parts or become self-reflective to him and his arc. And Wick has always given us an ability to try and explore that. So hopefully we've explored it in a way that is satisfying to the audience.
I try to do that in a lot of the sets we do, even in the New York Continental. I try to mix a traditional samurai way of life, and I use that as a base, as a foundation. And then I try to make it, what can we do to make it modern day, contemporary? So, for example, the exhibit room that we did a big gunfight in with glass, and I framed all these old, beautiful rice paper paintings and framed them in glass and put modern frames around them and put them all over the place, and was able to use them, that and the samurai suits. We had 8 samurai suits, I believe, and we were able to crash in them. But everything was framed in a super modern way, as a modern art gallery or modern art space would be.
1, 2, 3.
How about like this? But I don't shoot. Yeah, like. And I don't shoot. Like.
I mean, we're very lucky with Keanu and what he brings to the table. This is the 4th John Wick film, so way back in the day, going back to the first John Wick, that style of martial arts and John Wick choreography, we were training Keanu up in that. So now we're in the 4th iteration. It has evolved, but we still have the basis going back to the team, our stunt team that did the first John Wick film, the 2nd John Wick film, and the 3rd John Wick. We've built up those layers of choreography with Keanu, and Keanu's dedication. He's one of the first ones in, one of the last ones out. You know, he will come in, blood, sweat, and tears, like leaves it on the mat every day. You know, I'm sure you've seen it. We'll probably cut to some footage, but he is dedicated to that role, and he lives and breathes that role when he's doing it. He embodies John Wick when he's there, and his uncompromising vision too, and his dedication to training means that it means a lot for us, because we can train him in a style, and then on the day when things change, we know that he has the ability to do those moves and adapt to that style, because we're constantly teaching him different levels of choreography.
Nunchucks are great because they're easy. Usually you have a stick that you hit somebody with, and now you have 2 sticks that you can hit somebody with, and it kind of just swings, and it's pretty self-explanatory. The hard thing is when you hit somebody with a nunchuck, it bounces back. So getting Keanu to learn what to do with that transfer of energy when it hits, choreography-wise, we like to do contact hits when possible. But also, a lot of times we can do picture hits. Just that's not really Chad's style. So being able to put in as many contact hits as we can without it whipping back and hitting Keanu, and being able to get him to control the nunchucks was kind of the big deal. And also, he's not just doing nunchucks, he's doing nunchucks and gun at the same time, and then mixing it with jiu-jitsu at the same time. So it was definitely a learning curve, because it's like, how do you put enough nunchucks to make everybody interested and excited, but not too much where it becomes another nunchuck sequence?
The joy, the simple joy of this experience has been getting to work with people that I love, doing what I love. So, you know, Keanu, myself, Chad, his whole team, we all go back, you know, 20 some odd years. We all love these kind of movies, and they've taken so much time and they've put in so much thought into creating something for an audience to really, really enjoy. And I think they've been really successful at it, and it's just nice to be a part of.
John Wick, Chapter 4, Horse Training, Akira. What?
3 people, part of the same problem and the same solution. Everybody wants the gold. The gold's the thing. One guy wants for this reason, one guy wants for this reason, one guy wants for... How do we make that more fun? How do we make that more Wickian? How do we do that? Okay, well, let's make John Wick the gold, and let's put a dilemma on that. Leone is, if any one of the 3 gets the gold, they get it. The other 2 have nothing. It doesn't affect, they just didn't get it. Okay, bummer, they're just the same. Ours was, okay, well, if any one doesn't get to this one moment, everybody loses. They were all 3 different people all going, and like they all had a point, you know? So like that's fun about, and that fits into our Wiccan world where there are no good guys, period. There's just better bad guys. Like Wick is not a good, technically good guy. He's an assassin. Like he's living in this world. He just happens to have a code in this world that we feel attracted to. So doing that structure of good, the bad, the ugly with different perspectives, and you add in, you know, the character of the Marquis, Bill Skarsgård's character, who literally is the only person doing the right thing. It's kind of fun.
That one was nothing. That big second?
Welcome. Welcome to one of my many offices. The way Chad described him to me is he's sort of the new sheriff in town. I'm not quite sure exactly how the table works and the structure of it, and it's purposefully kept a bit of a secret and a mystery in the world of John Wick. But he's appointed at a high position to, surprise, surprise, track down and kill John Wick. And he's kind of been elevated to this position, and he's off his leash, which means that he could basically implement whatever he wants and whatever he thinks is necessary to get it done.
I call it the Olympics for ninjas. You get the best of the best, whether it be jiu-jitsu, judo, boxing, kung fu, Muay Thai, weapons, you get to do it all. And then for me, the differentiating factor of everybody else is I got to train with dogs, which was my weapon, my secret weapon, and my companion, my best friend, my puppy. So that was an incredible process, working with Belgian Malinois, like 5 of them, 6 of them. And, you know, they're so cuddly, but yet they can be grisly. And you got to be super prepared when entering their world, because we're just living in it. And that was an incredible process to me, work with a live animal on set. And, you know, these dogs can jump, they can bite, they can chase, they can drive cars and speak Spanish. I mean, these dogs they're one of a kind. And I was so lucky to work with, you know, the pups and their team of folks.
If you enjoy the world building of the John Wicks, then we have a lot of fun stuff in store. We have new characters, new levels of action for John Wick action, the production design, the scale, the scope, a lot of big rooms, high ceilings. We're in Berlin, we're in Paris. We have amazing thespians in costume design. There's other themes that are coming back from all the different versions of all the films. So there's stuff that you can recognize, and then there's new things. We're trying to cook up a beautiful feast with multiple courses and some nice wine. So sit back, see it on the big screen, eat some popcorn, and John Wick.
So much for a great day. Thank you, Jordanians. Thank you to all the crews. Thank you to the English, the Australians, Jordanians, Spanish. What else am I missing? Australians.
Did you do Jordanians?
There's one Kiwi here somewhere.
Did you do the Jordanians?
Yeah, Jordanians. Thank you. Yes.
Yeah.
And everybody else.
Yeah, it's been really special to be here. I mean, look at this. But it's not only the place that's special, it's all the people and everyone. I've been so happy to meet so many great people and artists, and so thank you for all your support. And
thank you very much.
Akira. John Wick 4.